Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Andi Triana Ramadan and welcome to my presentation video for my public speaking final exam. And in this video, I'm going to deliver a topic that might be very beneficial for you to listen. Nowadays, what do you think is the most influential things in our social and economy life? Think about the company that has so many benefits for our economy and social life in developing country. What do you think it is? Yes, it is startup company. For the last 5 years or so, there are several startup companies that have developed a lot and become very impactful in our social and economy life. But do you know what the definition of the startup company is? What they do and how the company become a startup company in the first place? Well, to answer all of those questions and to give you the idea of startup company, in this video, I'm going to deliver about startup company. In this presentation video, I'm going to elaborate and deliver to you about the first, what the startup company is, the second, what is unicorn, decacorn, and hectocorn, and the third is about how the startup company doing in Indonesia, and the last is what's the impact of startup company in Indonesia. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. First topic is what the startup company is. So according to Ankit Jagdi, University of Kentucky, from his thesis, a startup has been defined as a temporary organization designed to search for a scalable and repeatable models, which means that startup company is a temporary organization because it doesn't plan to stay startup forever and wants to become a large-scale company. ABS has the perspective of a scale startup company, which is from 1 to 5 employee, which is the micro business, until the large scale company, which has 200 more employees. Startup also can be defined as the company that combines social and economy as the whole. Startup give people solution from their problems and make profit out of it. According to research paper by Rahmat Nur Cahyo, Muhammad Ilyansyah, and Joko Gabriel state that startup company is an organization in the early stage. Now, this kind of organization has some characteristic. They classify into 4 dimensions, which is organization, ownership, strategy and innovation, and then the last, financial. After we know about the definition of the startup company, we're going to the next topic, which is the definition of unicorn, decacorn, and hectocorn, which is the very familiar term in startup company. Unicorn is the first term. Unicorn, if the company has value over $1 billion or around 14 trillion rupiah, the company can be considered as a unicorn company. The unicorn startup company in Indonesia, such as Traveloka, Oppo, and then recently Kopi Kenangan become the first F&B startup company in Southeast Asia. Now the second is Decacorn. Decacorn is a startup level that has value more than 10 billion US dollar or around 140 trillion rupiah. In Indonesia, there are some startup company that now considered to be decacorn, and it's Gojek, and then recently GNT become the next decacorn in Indonesia. And the last is hectocorn. Hectocorn is the highest level of startup company, which value more than 100 billion US dollar, which around 1,400 trillion rupiah. Now let's move on to the third topic, which is how in the startup company doing in Indonesia. In Indonesia, according to Kompas.com, there's more than 2,000 startup company in Indonesia, and this startup company keep coming and coming and coming up over the years because there's so many chance to be the startup company in Indonesia. Now to the last topic in this presentation video is what's the impact for our social and economy like this startup company. So the first is an easy access to everything. People in Indonesia alone, there was a lot of e-commerce, fintech, architech, health tech, and edutech in Indonesia. For example, people use e-commerce and small business use e-commerce to sell their product and make their product bigger and bigger. More job vacancy. For us in the future, as a fresh graduate student who wants to experience being part of the startup company, this is our chance to increase our skill because there's so many job position and job department which require so many skill. That's why we have to increase our skill to be part of the startup company. So now, what do you think? Now you know a little bit about what the definition of startup company, and also you know the definition of unicorn, decacorn, hectacorn, and also you know a little bit about the impact and how the startup company do in Indonesia. Do you think you can be part of the startup company, or do you consider to launch your own startup company, or maybe you want to become the investor of the startup company? Hopefully this video might be very beneficial for you. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I wish you a wonderful day.